Okay.
We are live now.
Classic David, huh? Classic
Classic
David.
David.
Wait, let me
Among
just
the first one.
let me first see it. Okay.
We are live now. The voice
Classic
check.
David, huh?
Classic David.
Wait, let me
Among
just
the first one.
let me first see it.
We
Okay.
are live now. The voice
Classic
check.
David, huh? Yeah, okay. Should be good now. Let me mute the sound so it's not gonna echo. Hello, my guys. Hello, boys and girls, obviously. Classic David, but this time around you're not the first Classic David. It's actually Madulas Pakbasa is first. So yes, I will check that for you. But let me first see. So I guess we're live, right? Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't the first today. Competition's growing. Yep. Classic. That's what I'm saying, man. Shit, competition growing, bro. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, today it's gonna be a crucial day. Classic. I mean, not today, but I think this week, perhaps, or a couple of next days or whatever, right? But it's gonna be the next move is gonna be crucial, David. You know, you're really gonna have to be ready for the next one. But yeah, so the last stream we've had. I mean, let's start with Bitcoin, right? Yep, here we go now. Here we go. So let's start with Bitcoin. So the last stream we had was on Wednesday, 21st. So 21st, 23rd. So around here. Okay, so we were waiting for reversal here. There was an important area and we didn't get that reversal in there. So went down, tested all the way to the bottom, almost 45k, right? So yeah, right now Bitcoin, very interesting times. Not gonna lie, guys, not gonna lie. So now I'm gonna wipe this chart because now we're gonna have to make a fresh one. Bam. What we are looking at for this, there's several factors that we need to indulge. And again, Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, two very different things. Very different things. So we will not be connecting each other for this remaining period right now. They have to be now both treated separately after the latest closure we got on Bitcoin. So going down to weekly, we sadly received a first close underneath these levels, right? And yes, we had a close underneath the levels, and the candle close was actually at the bottom part of 49,000. And that one on the weekly would then be a first kind of a sign of weakness, right? That one candle close. So in this case, as you can see, if you zoom out, seems like I'm losing my voice again every time I go on stream for some reason. Okay, excuse me for that. So as you can see from this run up, this has happened pretty much that we have lost a level to the left side. It has happened pretty much only once, and this is right on top. Because if you look at it from there, every time we did something like this, we came really close to losing the level, right? Really close, but we never really lost it, right? We always made a pullback, we made a new structure, and we went from that structure, right? Now here, observing a little bit more closer, we have created a structure. We have made a move from it, we have created another structure, and then to the left we have made a move from it, and then we lost that structure to the left side by doing this close. Now this kind of puts us in, it kind of puts us in a peculiar situation, from especially watching this from BTC standpoint, because right now, let me just see, my voice is okay. Yeah, it is okay. So because right now what we are looking at this current particular situation is that Ethereum is very bullish. Yeah, Medulas, I'll be with that right away. Let me just, let's just first take care of the main boys. Because from peculiar it is, from Bitcoin standpoint, yes, you kind of had that first sign of weakness, while on Ethereum, you actually are pretty bullish. I mean, Ethereum, you're still pretty bullish, right? Our Ethereum BTC chart that we pulled out, I mean, a couple of times now, well, during the stream, I think we did Ethereum BTC chart every single week, and it's looking fantastic. And we will do it again this week, but let's just first analyze BTC a little bit better. So what would be the next play for BTC? So, I mean, on this way up, even though we never had a big time frame confirmation, I'm talking weekly in this current, we had a couple of 4-hour confirmations, we had a couple of dailies confirmation, but we never had a weekly confirmation. And even though we never had a weekly confirmation, we still took hedge shorts, if you remember, right? We were shorting pretty much every pullback on this way up. And surprisingly enough, our shorts never got wrecked. We always hit at least the first profit take, or in this case here, I do remember we hit the 2 profit takes on this yeah, I think it was this situation right here, yeah, where you had a really big pullback right here. We shorted around here, if I remember correctly, and then hit the first somewhere around here, and then secondary somewhere. So yeah, this one really gave us 2 profit takers, but everything else, as far as I remember, gave us like a 1 profit take from all the way to up, so it wasn't really anything magical. But now we kind of got a situation right here where most of the alts, so from previous stream we've seen that most of the alts are still in bullish state, Ethereum is still in bullish state, while Bitcoin is kind of showing us a little bit of weakness, right? So what do you do during these times? Well, I think right now, since we already have done this multiple times on the way up and we never got wrecked for it, I think it's time for us again to smash a head short at this moment in time, right? This right now would be a next short that I will be eyeing, and mostly I'm going to be looking at it around this area with the stop loss, of course, you know, right, above the top. In this sort of area, I will be looking in for this kind of short, and again, the profit takes are going to be very similar to what we have done in the past. Right, you have 1 profit take looking for the main area of hold, which is 45k, which is on hard time frames. You would have to hold this area to even have slight chances of bullish continuation. If you miss this area, then I'm probably gonna be and close the weekly underneath. Then I'm probably gonna be switching bearish a lot harder than I am currently at the moment. Then you have your secondary area, which acts as the midpoint of this entire chart, again on higher time frame basis, right? So this would be your first profit take, second profit take, but your main profit take with also a possibility of a long positioning is going to be located on here, right? So what we are looking for here right now, if you look at it, about our stop loss is about 6%, a little bit more than 6%. If you take it all the way to the top, to the left wicks, it is about 8%. But yeah, I'm going to be taking it around here, so it is 6%. And if you look at it on the downside, even on the top of the box, you got 40% move. So, you know, 6% stop loss with 40% move with a weekly that just closed underneath this point, which created this high, kind of gives us, I mean, it kind of gives you enough of the odds to play, right? Because this odds right now, if the bull was, let's just say if the bull was heavily confirmed back in the day, right? It kind of lost a little bit of percentages right now. Percentages right now for continuation, maybe 60-40, maybe a little bit more than 60-40, but our reward is right here is about what, 7 times for the last profit take of what we are risking. So 7 times pretty much beats the percentage wise, right? So you would be making a lot more money than this on the long-term basis. Taking a trade like this, then it's actually against you, right? So not only that, again, it can act as a hedge, guys, right? I mean, always remember, it can act as a hedge. You're still pretty sure you're still holding alts. I'm still holding alts. I still got plenty of alts to play with, right? I still got plenty of trades that I'm taking on alts. And, you know, if the Bitcoin starts pulling down all the way down to 33k, obviously those alts will go down again. So what we are doing here is just protecting our position, because we all know if we risk 1 to 2% of this on this short right now, because it's weekly. So if it's weekly, we can actually take a little bit bigger risk. But again, if we are risking 1 to 2%, which is optimal, if it goes up, you're gonna make a lot more money, right? If it goes down. So essentially, you're just risking 1 to 2%. You're just risking a very small percentage of your portfolio in order what you could achieve. And if it turns around, you probably make zero money on your short because your alts will take a hit, but at least you won't be seeing like a 20-30% drop on your portfolio, right? But if it goes up, you waste 1% and you still continue with your bull market and you still make plenty of money on your longs, right? So yeah, that would actually be possible still. I mean, one interesting thing is back in the past is that if you look at it, the top for BTC was around 11th of December or something like that, right? In 2017, or sorry, let's just say 18th of December, right? And if you go back to like, Ethereum and you look for 18th of December, you can still see that from that point onwards, the Ethereum started to pump, right? We're still pumping, let's just say like that, right? So from 18th to December all the way to Ethereum met its top, it was still like an 80% move, right? Like from open, it was still like an 80% move. So yes, Ethereum could still move while Bitcoin is actually, you know, a little bit struggling. So yeah, so there still is potential for Ethereum to do a big move and Bitcoin actually staying the same, which in this case, if you now remember from our Ethereum BTC chart, would actually maybe make sense, right? We are looking for Ethereum to be hitting this sort of levels. And if you look at it from this point right now, if you look at it from the way to the top, we are looking at almost 80%, right? So it is around 70%. If you even take out the top, it's going to be meeting at about 80%. So in our ratio, that would actually make kind of logic. Because if I look at the graph like this, again, from weekly standoff point, right? You definitely had a basic structure which you've created, made a pullback, managed to hold this area right here, which is still a bullish area continuation, right? Then again, you've managed to hold and lose this area right here, right? So this was the whole spot. Let me delete this chart a little bit now. So this was the hold that you wanted to do, this right here, but you lost it. So you lost it here, you went up, you retested the top, and you went down. And look what you did here, right? You've lost the middle again. And we've stayed under that middle for multiple weeks. So right now, why this is my area to target? Because what I'm expecting is coming into this area right now and not breaking in on the first try. This is actually my sort of a rejection spot that I'm expecting. And then doing a pullback and then seeing if the midpoint is gonna hold. Because if the midpoint is gonna hold, then yes, you're gonna have chances to go higher. If this midpoint fails, well, you could be potentially going even lower, all the way to down here, testing this area again, right? So that's sort of a price action logic behind this whole move. So you can see that it's not entirely dumb. Let's just say Bitcoin goes sideways, Bitcoin goes sideways, slightly down, Ethereum moves up, hits this area, starts rejecting as well, and then we see where the price action actually takes us. Then possibly in the future, Bitcoin hits something like 33, 34K, we get a opportunity to fill another couple of buys on Bitcoin, right? Now we're kind of stretching it far, but let's just say, right, for a hypothetical speaking, you get another try to fill at Bitcoin. You can get Ethereum maybe holds this area, right? Ethereum maybe holds this area. And if it holds it, well, then you have chances of breaking this again. And if you break it, good. Ethereum has broken out of its long-term structure and can be heading over towards the new tops on this one as well, and actually has a decent chance then of doing something really big against Bitcoin. That is obviously one. Now again, right, maybe I went too far into prediction waters, but let's just say the plan doesn't sound too bad, right? But obviously we're not here trying to predict stuff, because maybe I went a little bit overboard. But what am I trying to do right now? I'm just playing price action, right? I'm just playing price action. You already know my style. Like, you guys probably, there's a lot of guys that watch me from week's end, and every week, tune in every week, watch me, same kind of people, right? Also the videos, I see that the same kind of people watch them as well. And you can pretty much see, this, it's pretty much my style. You see that it's mostly working out. Let's just say it works out in most of the time. So I'm not doing too bad for myself, right? And this is kind of the move that I'm gonna be looking at for it right now on Bitcoin, even though I might get a lot of hate for even talking about shorting in the bull markets, because I know people absolutely hate hearing about that. But that's how it just is, realistically speaking. When charts shows you something, you should probably play on it, right? Especially if it has worked so many times in the past, right? So many times then we have done this on weekly, it worked in the past, because this is how the nature of price action actually works, right? So yeah, so I gotta have to go for this short. Arnaud, would you agree with that? What would you say, Arnaud? You got any comments?
Absolutely agreed of this shot. Yes.
Yeah, if we are wrong, we're wrong. Fuck it, but it's not like we're risking our entire network on one short, right? We are risking 1%. But let's just say, for a matter of fact, if this short plays out, let's just put it again, hypothetically speaking, if this short plays out, and we do drop at the end of the day underneath 45k area, and we have a weekly close underneath there, or maybe two, then yes, we will be looking at scaling our short bigger. Then that would be kind of the point where we're going to be building some longs here, and then building more shorts in our current positions, or in that case, untested positions on the level, right? So we will be doing that as well. We're not going to be focusing only in one direction, because this time around, this bull market, we actually... Jesus, I'm in phone calls. Let me just close down the Let me just close down the Telegram and everything. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be getting those calls. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, so next one, what is to follow is what we should probably look at, Ethereum, right? Ethereum, very bullish, about to hit the all-time high. And like I said, there's nothing to worry about on Ethereum. Let's just go over to weekly, right? This is what I was talking about. Weekly on Ethereum, you can still see, never lost a level, right? There was never any danger, except a little bit here. We can probably say that was the first danger that you encountered, and luckily you closed it above the level as well, right? And then you had a little bit danger here, you could say again, but you never lost it. You closed above the level as well, so you were doing pretty good in Ethereum, right? And right now, from even weekly standpoint, Ethereum looks strong. So the new targets, like we already said, one of our target was 2.5k, so I guess we did have a little bit of rejection here, so it wasn't exactly a waste. And now I think, if I'm not mistaken, the next one should be in the midst of like 3,600, something like that, 3,700, 3,600, something like that. Should be another midst of a target, right? Yeah, somewhere around here. So let's see if we can actually think this with Ethereum. But let's just say, for a logical speaking of sake, if Ethereum was to scale for another, I don't know, let's just go from previous week, right? Opening, yeah, let's just go from here. If Ethereum was to scale another 88%, how much would that actually take us? So just for fun, I'm gonna put this another area here, and actually want to see how much history can possibly repeat itself. Of course, that's only talking if Bitcoin rejects my shorts, right? If Bitcoin doesn't reject my short, you can actually cross this off as a non-important thing, to be honest, right? So yeah, so it's just this is just for fun in this case. So Ethereum, yeah, sorry, as I was saying, very bullish, nothing to be afraid of. Still, if you're holding Ethereum, still hold Ethereum, do not sell it. Ethereum is definitely looking pretty good, and you have zero reasons to sell it at the moment. You broke the top, nothing really too much to comment about this one. If you haven't got into Ethereum yet, well, now I don't think it's the right time. I mean, the opportunity has definitely been missed if you haven't like loaded here. I definitely wouldn't be trying to catch it right now, because I'm not a breakout trader, right? So yeah, as you're breaking out from previous high, reaching over new highs, I am not that kind of a trader that's going to be taking those trades. So I will not recommend you that if that is something you would be looking into that, right? But yeah, now let's be seeing Bitcoin dominance. That one I haven't checked since the last week. Let's see if we actually did something good with this one. And no, still no, zero bounces. This area was completely ignored, which still surprised me, yes, as we were speaking. So this is probably the first error we did on Bitcoin dominance for a long while right now. This is actually the first error we did. Now right now, since this area is being ignored and we are closing, so probably right now multiple weeks underneath it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that would be the secondary week. Now this gives me a good idea that eventually Bitcoin dominance is gonna be hitting this. Now this gives me kind of a confidence saying, like, I'm not going to be saying that it's going to go straight down, because what I'm seeing right now, if you lost this area for multiple consecutive weeks, you're probably going to be retesting somewhere around here, right? For somewhere. So I'm going to say, even though this area was ignored on the way down, the one that we were speaking of, this one, right? It doesn't mean that necessarily it's going to be ignored on the way up, right? So this now can act on the way up as of, you know, sort of a resistance area, but I can see that Ethereum could potentially scale all the way to up. This is a little bit of a fatter one, to be honest, you know, because it's gonna be rejecting somewhere here. I can't really put my finger on it. I'm probably gonna be looking more at the recent price action, so I'm gonna be moving it more to the top, a little bit to the top. Yep, boom, and then we will be seeing each other. So yeah, so either you got right now, you can possibly still retain this and test back, or you can go straight down to here, you know, and then actually have a strong bounce from this position. But having multiple weekly closes underneath this gives me a great confidence that's one of the in the future that Bitcoin is going to be hitting that 44k. 42, 43% Bitcoin dominance, right? And it actually makes sense because, you know, if you look at from this chart, yeah, it's been pretty bearish, right? We never managed to really go above the bull market, right? And yeah, it's obviously logical, because how are you gonna really go from 90 to up all the way up to 95%, right? If there was no tokens back in the day. So yeah, you actually have good chances for hitting down here, and possibly from seeing right here from this that Bitcoin is slowly losing its predominance, right? It is slowly losing its predominance, and it's people are moving into other altcoins. That is very interesting indeed. Now we can move to some of your alts questions, guys. I mean, we pretty much covered the same basics of what's gonna be happening. I mean, what's we can expect to happen in the next week. So let's just see. Check hard USDT. Let me check hard USDT. And again, guys, if you got any questions about any alts you want me to check out, right, we can definitely do it. Oh boy, we did actually nail some of these profit takes, huh? Wow, that was quite on the money shot. Okay, hard USDT, we are still on daily, holding this area. Yes, you're right. You are right, Medulas. You actually are looking pretty good still on this. So what you're going to be doing right now, again, right, on daily, as you can see, let me see on weekly if you did it. Okay, so on weekly you did really do this. Yeah, on weekly I would still say you're fine. While on daily you actually had kind of lost a level. Weekly it's still fine, but still, right, I would take profits here just because you kind of lost this on daily. You kind of lost this on daily, right? Made it high, poof, rejected it, lost it. So now I will kind of take some profits here, you know, just for safety. But yes, this can still continue. This can still continue, right? This can still go. But this would now be a very crucial area for you. So I would actually take some, if you're holding position, I would actually take profits. And if it breaks all the way to the top, you can re-add somewhere here, you know. You can always re-add it later. And that's a difference of, whoa. Let me see, what's the difference? It's the difference of, yeah, it is the difference of between 23 to 15%. But that's a lot of times I'm willing to take that risk, because if you do reject it, right, let's just say you do reject and you fall down to previous support, it is about 27%, and you can even go under it, right? So in this case, you quickly scale it to 40% if you're actually seeing that. So yeah, a position like this, if you're holding hard, definitely take a good chunk of profit there and refill it if it moves forward, right? That would be how I would play this current position in time. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty, we nailed it on the first time on that one. Pretty nice, I must say. Okay, also one of the coins today I gotta mention, right? Mr. Beast and Binance launched their own token, and it was absolutely insane. I was just watching it on the previous in this chart. Look at this, man. They just launched their token, and it was actually 400x up here. They launched 400x. So if you invested like 10 grand and you got like a 25% unlock, you could have sold this for, I think it was like, you could have sold this for 700 or 800 grand. Just a 25% unlock. Oh no, did you invest in this coin? Did you get into the private sale?
No.
Oh, because if you did, you probably wouldn't be on this stream right now. You would get in your jacuzzi delivered in.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have a penthouse jacuzzi situation going on right now, celebrating with your friends. So yeah, I mean, this coin listed, and this is one of the coins which I'm probably gonna be playing today, right? So what I'm, especially, you know, this is a super dangerous play. As you can see, I'm 1 minute chart. And part of this, what I'm going to be playing this today, is not because I'm seeing, you know, not because I'm a super big Mr. Beast fan, Binance fan, or whatever, right? It's mostly because of the volatility of a coin like this moves, right? This is going to probably have a tens of millions of volume in the next 48 hours. So I'll try to get some of that volume in and just make a couple of plays at it, right? We'll see how that actually goes at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a little bit of a possible play for you guys if anybody is looking for something, but super risky as well. You also have to mention that. And yeah, I'm gonna say, talking about irony, right? Because I am on a website called PooCoins Chart. I mean, we're literally trading shit at this point, right? What is crypto has become to when you are trading literally shit. And this is a little bit of a funny thing, but it's also irony, because if I have something that I've learned in the past 2 weeks, is possibly that people don't even care about what the fuck they're trading anymore. People just care about the memes at this point, you know? They just care about the memes. Nobody gives a shit anymore about if the project actually has any value of anything. People are just jumping from one balloon to another one, and they're creating their own balloons. And it's absolutely crazy what I'm seeing in these pictures, right? So yeah, for me, it's very sad to see, right? But it's also like if you say anything against this, you instantly get called a boomer, right? So I'm not against it. I mean, if something has a lot of volume and I see value in it, I'll trade it. I really don't focus on FA at all. But at this end, by second hand, I'm kind of thinking like, wow, we have come really far in crypto. We're literally trading shit. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see from one part, but it's also, you know, whatever. In crypto, you just gotta do what you gotta do to make that money, right? So yeah. Also, Classic David. So Modulas check. Yeah, I did check already. If you got any other questions, feel free to post them as well. Also, think your DOT trade is long term. Yes, that's what I was saying, Classic Dave. I was just going for the long term. I was strictly the DOT trade that I was putting a video out. Was strictly a trade. What the hell happened with this short? Wow, that's a good stop loss, Arnaud. Our stop loss is at 0. I'm pretty sure DOT will never hit 0. So yeah, as I was saying on this trade, I don't know, on my R thingy, I'm just gonna delete it because it seems to be skewed. What I was trying to gain with this video, right? Basically, I was trying to find some defensive positions as well, you know, because right now, when at the time when I made this video, I don't know, that was like 5-6 days ago, Bitcoin was entering that defensive position, right? Bitcoin was definitely, and I was expecting that weekly close to be under 50 grand area, as it also happens. And when you're entering that defensive, or should I say slow times or whatever, right? I'm starting to prepare myself for some future good position. And what I said in that video is also can be found on many other charts, right? So DOT, even though being a defensive position, is a very good buy in this area, right? Another one of these coins that I'll say that's a very good buy is something like this, right? That's a very good buy in this sort of area. With 270, 260, if you can get BNB down here, it's gonna be fantastic. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen now. I was just trying to make a video just in case if it does happen. You see, that's the thing. Because many times in the past I haven't really prepared myself for the future, and then once the future hit, it was so fast that we couldn't get into it, right? Because it just happened way too fast. But right now I'm just preparing, guys, for the future. Let's just say if Bitcoin really does drop hard, well, now you know where you need to be buying DOT, and that's probably, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be happening now, but even though if it happens 1 year after this video is being made, that area is still gonna be legit area, same as BNB. The $270 area is still gonna be a legit area. It doesn't matter when, what, whatever. This is gonna be a really good buy area once it hits. And I'm not saying it's gonna moon from this area. I'm not expecting that at all, because I would be kind of saying that from an area like this, based on this current price action that we have, it's most likely gonna be a dead cat bounce. But shit, man, the dead cat bounce in this case can still bring you 60-50%. That's a lot of good money, right? That's a lot of good money on a trade that you most likely won't see in a regular market. This can only be, or should I say mostly be done in crypto, right? Same goes for Link, man. Link, you know how hard we traded Link. You know how hard we traded Link in the past, and Link is full of these good areas. Full of these good areas that will be tested on the way down, or should I say on the way to, you know, in the bear market, right? And again, all of these good areas have now been resetted, right? Because some of these areas have been tested in the future like this, or sorry, in the past, what I'm trying to say, right? But as you are gaining levels to the left, they also reset their so-called liquidity. And all of these good areas, man, they're going to be really tradable. The only problem I have with the bear market is when you start hitting, and maybe not so much on USDT version, but let's just say Link BTC version for the matter. And again, it doesn't matter if whatever coin it is. Like, I'm not saying Link is gonna go down, right, guys? Again, stop. Don't go into panic mode. But look at this. This is your great show how we traded this Link so nicely. And each of these reactions, look at that. 30%. Bam. 40%. Bam. 35%. Bam. 30% to 70%. You know how much we traded those, and even those here, look, right, 30%. And this was done, right, during the bear market, quote unquote bear market, right? Because in BTC pairings, when BTC was going crazy, that was indeed a bear market for Link, right? So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of good trades that can be found in those areas that were made on Link in the past, and they are really well done because most of them will give you a healthy reaction. Now, the only downside to bear market is if you start dropping underneath the, areas when you have nothing to the left side. The Link has a very rich chart to the left side, right? But if you remember, coins like EOS, BTC and stuff like this were getting a little bit nasty, right? I mean, look at that. We really haven't had a lot to the left side, so we couldn't really base our points very much. But EOS or whatever, I don't know which one else. Link, I think. No, Litecoin was also one of those, which started to lose left side a lot, right? And you really couldn't base it off of anything. But a lot of these recharts like Link and all of these altcoins, a lot of them had pretty good reaction points, and you can play them a lot during the bear market. So yes, a lot of people go to sleep during the bear market, but I still tell you, man, there's a lot of opportunities that we will take during this bear market. So there's no reason for us to go into hibernation, right? Oh yeah, which brings me back to Litecoin. 3 weeks back, we talked about Litecoin, Bitcoin, and look at what's happening, my boys. Look at what's happening, boys and girls in this case, sorry. What's happening, my guys? We are bouncing, bam, doing something like this, pullback, right? And now, potentially speaking, Litecoin could do something magical, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Litecoin could do something magical. This is the first early reversal that we're looking for Litecoin BTC. This is exactly what we were talking about 3 weeks back, before this move has happened. Let me guess, 3 weeks back, that was around there. Yeah, it was around early of April. You remember that, Arnaud, right? Yeah, and again, right, we didn't get that super good close, right? Because we essentially only got VIX from the left side. I was hoping for a good close, but again, this has to be now taken. This has to be a little bit of a gamble right now, because this essentially reward is huge. I mean, Litecoin can possibly give us a huge reward, and you can see this, right? It has given us a huge reward in the past, and I don't see a reason why history could not repeat itself and give further. And the most magical thing is it never lost a low, right? So yes, I mean, in one case, this is not so good because, we didn't go and grab the fresh liquidity that we were looking for, but still, because it didn't lose the low, you can still retest the top. That's the logic, right? So at least the first profit take, like I said, could be up to 400%, or if we take a little bit lower, 300%. But what I'm saying, essentially, Litecoin can move 300% from this point right now against the BTC, not against USDT. I'm talking about against BTC straightly. So yeah, if it done in the past, I don't see no reason why it couldn't do in the future, right? So yeah, we will be following this trade closely in the next couple of weeks. We'll see, because this is going to be one of my great trades in that case, right? Oh yeah, so let's go back to the question. So yeah, Dot, as we were saying, Classic David, just preparing ourselves for the future, saving those areas up, and yes, when the drops are finally gonna be in, I'm gonna be taking those areas. I'm gonna be sniping them left and right, and just trying to flip as much as I can. Can we check SXP, USD, bam, let's do. Oh yeah, I remember this trial. When they even make that remark, Bitcoin is weak, bam, and it did drop really hard, yeah. But yeah, okay, let's see. It's been going on quite nicely. Wow, what a steep pullback. Well, I guess I can now reset this chart because it's looking a little bit messy, right? So I'm gonna be saying this was a really good buy area. Not gonna lie to you, especially after I make that high. I would buy this with my eyes closed. Why couldn't you call this last week? God damn. Wait, what is this? Oh, jeez. Oh, wait, even if you called it last week, I would probably skip it because this tested too closely. Okay, never mind. My bad. After this test right here, right, I probably wouldn't be taking this area because I would consider it as a second touch. This was just too close. Yeah, so sadly, okay, never mind. You're excused. Yeah. So going down to 4 hourly. Let me see if I could see reversal. Yes, reversal was happening here. I probably wouldn't have catched it, because then I would be playing it. Oh wait, I would actually get filled right here, yeah, because I would be playing it like this. Right now, what to do right now? For now, you can do nothing. For now, you need to be waiting for this to go above this. And then going for a similar play, I went for this, somewhere around here. Need to see more price action, but I guess maybe this is going to be, yeah, this might be too late next week. This might be too late for this next week, right? But this I can do right this. I wouldn't be going in right now because you're at a crucial spot if it's going to reverse or not. So I would wait for this area to be hit first, gain over to the left side, then doing this. But yes, I'm gonna tell you one thing why I see trouble with this trade, even though doing this, is you went deep. You went deep, you know, my dude. You went 50% deep. You can still do a bullish continuation. Problem is, you're feeling the trade here after you reach here. This could be the end, right? This could be the end, and then test really deep. But unfortunately, you got nothing else you can do. You're gonna have to wait for this to be gained, risk it here if you want to be in this trade, and bam. And if you are already in this trade, I should also treat it like this. If you already are located in this trade, take profits here. Take profits when the price reaches up there. And yeah, take some of those off, and just for safety. And if it goes above this point, you can always refill position. Heck, you can always refill. If it rejects here, you can always refill those positions back here, right? Like we just said it. So yeah, that's about what, 20% drop and above 10%. That's a no-brainer. For me, that's a no-brainer. If it's 10% to all-time high and 20% drop possibility, that's a no-brainer in a position like this, you know. That's still a pretty good one. Hi Alex, can we have a look at Neo? Yes, of course. Neo I am still holding. Neo. Yes, that missed my profit take a little bit. So yeah, last week I kind of mentioned I missed my profit take a little bit. So I had my stop loss, and don't be afraid, I didn't have my stop loss. How to say, I didn't have my stop loss for the entire coin. I had my profit stop loss. So I took this profit target first here, and then, you know, this missed me because essentially I was being greedy, right? I probably should have sold it at this point. We missed it at like $2, Jesus Christ. So I was placed, so, you know, after it went underneath this area, I was kind of stopped on that profit take. So then what I did is I was stopped a little bit on this profit take and refilled a little bit of position on this first touch. And then this shit kind of went deep. So I was waiting for reversal. So this is kind of a position where I was sleeping with my phone next to me. Because I had on this first touch, right? On this first touch, after we made this and we made this, I placed my alarm for stop loss right here, right? And then as it came here, I was already ringing right here, and then I was kind of, you know, watching my phone all the time because I was like, oh shit, okay, are we gonna make it? Are we not gonna make it? And you can see it was super late, right? So I was sleeping with my phone at that time, and then tomorrow as I wake up, we gained over this left side. I was like, yeah, boy, that's good shit. Yeah. So right now, what my idea is, I'm going to be moving this profit take that we have taken here. Wait, let me just see. How much did we drop again? Yeah, 44%. So this profit take is not going to be moved down here, because this is the sort of untested area. Gonna be moving my profit target here, what I filled from here, right? I'm gonna be taking it here, and then I'm gonna be looking for this to scale it all the way to the top of this box, because now essentially I've secured the bottom of the box. If you ever go back there again, I'm sure we're gonna break it. So then from there, I'm gonna be looking for this, right? I'm gonna be looking for this. So 110, 109, this is my profit take, and then, you know, scale it all the way to the top if it happens. If it doesn't happen, you get stopped out, because my hard case stop loss is underneath here. If it goes underneath this right now, I'm out of the coin. You know, I'm not gonna be in the trade anymore. And yeah, that's a pretty easy stop loss at the moment. If you go underneath this, if you lose this area, this is gonna look pretty bad on Neo, right? And still, if you get underneath here, this is still more than 2x than what we feel over here, right? We started feeling Neo quite early, but it was long hold indeed. Uni USDT. Whoa, I messed it up. Booyah. That's looking. Wait, what the heck is happening with this R tool, man? Why is this skewed on every chart I open up? My R tool looks absolutely ridiculous. So you're telling me I filled the trade on $28 and I placed my stop on minus $11? You see this? Oh wait, sorry, $11, not minus. So yeah, apparently my stop loss was amazing, boys. Guys. Just a casual 6% stop loss. You know, what else? I'm pretty sure my stop loss was here. So yeah, 8%. Look at that. Bam. You know, we hit it. We still got it. This one is still for the plates, man. This one, I have no idea why my profit take is all the way to up there. So I don't know where my profit take was from the video, right? But I'm assuming I did a video about this. But yeah, so far, doing still good, man. You can still hold this token. Right now, you broke all the time high. Yeah, you don't have nothing to worry about this one yet. You can still definitely hold it, because it probably is going to continue with Ethereum. So yeah, looking good. Much better than Neo. Max, let's put it that way. You know, much better than Neo token. Hi Alex, I've been holding Iris on Binance. Can you help me? Yeah, of course, my dude. Of course, I can help you. Check it out, man. Iris USDT. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, the good thing is you hit the buy area, and that was a oh shit, that was a pretty good buy area, my dude. Wow, look at that. See, that is something I want to be seen on Bitcoin, right? Hitting that 20k. That is something like I want to be seeing that on Bitcoin. That's a pretty good buy area. Let me see, but how deep did you go? Yeah, you kind of went deep, not gonna lie. You kind of did lose a lot of areas. Bam, that was a pretty important area lost right there. Another one here. So obviously, when it comes to Binance right now and bull market, I wouldn't be selling this. Because normally in a bear market, I would be taking profit here. Let's put that in realistic. If I was feeling trade right here, right down here on 11 cents, I would be feeling my market order right here, a profit take. Which in this case, for a bear market, 40% is pretty good takeover. But what I'm going to say is here, you're going to be doing exactly the same thing what we were talking before, hard and everything, right? This is your profit take. And it's almost 100%er, which actually makes me kind of sad that I missed this buy area. Shit. I don't even think I got this coin on my watch list. Iris. Yep, probably not here. Yep, as I... Oh boy, I'm missing so many good coins on the lists apparently. Here we go. Are you on the list right now? Yes, you are. Okay. Yeah, pretty good trade. If you took something like this is a pretty good trade. I got nothing against it. I mean, you traded pretty good. But if you're holder from up here, then yikes. I mean, could you possibly trade something now? Again, I'm late. Kind of a same kind of reversal as it was on Neo. But on Neo, it was a little bit more breathtaking. But yeah, here right now already felt. Shit, basically nothing we can do unless it breaks this, right? And then we are so close to profit take already that does make sense for me to fill the position anymore. It gets super dangerous. So yeah, I mean, so far not much to say about this. If you're holding, hold it, keep on holding, take some profits here, see if it breaks off. If it doesn't break out, happy. But you know, since this, let's be honest, since this drops 70% almost, you're most likely not gonna break this. So this is probably should be your main point of taking the TPs. That's just my personal opinion, but obviously, right, it's not 100%. What do you think about StoreJ coin? Yeah, wow, that's one of the OG coins, right, if I remember correctly. OG, yep, OG coins. Wow, this pumped late. Yep, this kind of did pump late. Took it to March to pump. 300%. Yeah, StoreJ, more like store done. Another one of those. Take profit, and if by some miracle it goes above this point, take it again, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go above this point, not after price action it is. Wait, let me check in a weekly actually. Okay, this happened in a week, so nothing too bad yet. Okay, daily didn't drop this. Okay, so maybe you have chances of continuation. I would still take this profit takes though. I mean, you did pull back hard. But yes, okay, you still have chances of continuation. It still has chances of going above $3.6. But the thing is, how long is that gonna take, right? How long is that gonna take? I wouldn't be playing it that dangerous. It seems kind of a shit coin. I mean, like, look how late it pumped. Being on Binance at all. I mean, it definitely pushed it to the max. Yeah, I mean, you can still go over the top from daily standpoint, high time frame standpoint, but from lower time frames, I would be taking profits at those two things. And I don't think I'm probably gonna be right. That's not gonna go past that secondary point. David, wait. Actually, Storj. Let me see your BTC. Let me see on BTC. Am I wrong? Yeah, same story on BTC. Oh, so what I'm seeing. Look, this. Ooh, wow. I'm glad I checked BTC. Look at this shit. Bam. Let's see, how much did you... Ah, Jesus, come on. Oh, even less than right now. Wait, what? So Bitcoin had less of a drop? Oh, no, Bitcoin had more, 60%, yeah. So, you dropped it, bam, retested top, exactly this point, right? Rejected it, bam, you're dead. So this is why I would take profit. This is a good... I'm actually glad I checked the Bitcoin right now, because this is something I'm expecting like this. Now tell me this is not exactly the same thing. You even held it right there here, right? But there is one distinct difference, which I'm sorry I didn't notice. Yes, you did kind of create that main area here and you lost it. Which in this case, you haven't done it because this is your area. So yes, you have a possibility of continuation, but do mind this. Do mind this. It can happen. And it's probably have good chances of happening. So yes, do take your profits on the pullback. This is where whales sold, by the way, right? If anybody wonders, you know, whales didn't sell here. I mean, some whales did, but this is not where actual traders sold. This is where actual traders sold, because traders, they don't look for tops, right? They don't try to predict the markets. They don't look for tops, right? They look for some sort of a confirmation, and this drop underneath this was their confirmation. So what they did was they waited and pulled back, they sold here, and this is actually how proper traders sold this coin. I mean, I can tell it. And so there is no coincidence this came to where it came and then dropped, right? It's something you're actually looking for it now. And if you zoom back, maybe it happened back in the past as well. I mean, you could say something, yeah, that's not so much similar. Let's see this one. You know, you dropped it. Here you didn't drop the area as well. You went for that pullback. This is where traders sold, bam. You know, you dropped that. So yeah, a lot of the similar movements has happened on this Storj like this in the past. So possibilities are that it's gonna happen again. Good possibilities in this case. Now let's check our Tomo for our best friend, Classic David. Stream's best friend, Classic David. The color of epic coins. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, this is wrecked. Yeah, this is... I think we spoke about this last time. I think now you got kind of a confirmation that this has really bad chances of going above this point. So if not, wait, let me check weekly before I say it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, with weekly, I mean, you're gonna have to be selling here, man. You're gonna have to be taking profits here, Classic David, you know. And if it goes further, fuck it, bro. But if you wanna be playing it safe, this is your profit take right now. This is not looking too juicy, you know. This is not looking too juicy. Let me see how much it dropped as well. About 54%. Yeah, I don't know, David. You know, if I was trading here, this is the point right now that I would be waiting to take profits. So yeah. Oh, so we already probably spoke about these areas last time. Yeah, so I wouldn't change my mind right now. Yeah, I'd still say it is the way to go out. These two lines, these two area between here is the way to go out. You know, it's a bit of a chunker because, you know, you're left with a big gap. But, you know, now secondary closes, a lot of closes are underneath here, a lot of underneath here. I'm gonna have to play it like that, you know, Classic. You gotta be playing it not too aggressively. You gotta be playing it safe, bro. Gotta be playing it safe, man. Okay, hold Neo till June. Neo mainnet 3.0 launch in June. You know, Madulas, I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be real with you. Yes. You know, I did what you just said in the past. Not necessarily with Neo. Not necessarily with Neocoin, but I did do that in the past. I held the coin for certain news because they were set, and what ends up happening is either a lot of the times those news are delayed, and a lot of the times charts will go from this all the way down to the entry point again, and then it's gonna be that June mainnet launch, and then they're gonna do a little bit of bounce, and that's gonna be it. So yes, I think it's better to sell before the news, right? So I mean, not gonna say before the news because I mean mainnet 3.0 is probably a known thing. And again, if the chart is not looking good, then I'm most likely not gonna trade it or not gonna hold the token. I have stop losses for a damn reason, you know. So yeah, That's mostly what I would do in my case, right? I'm not gonna be only focusing on news, but yeah, it could spiral. It could be a potential launch. I mean, it could be a potential pump, but I don't see the mainnet news are such a 2018 thing that I don't think it's gonna have that big of a difference in to 2021. At the bottom of the last liquidation candle, my margin fraction was dangerously dropping, so I sold audio at 1.5 to feel safer. Audio, of course. Let me check for that for you, my dude. Oh, look at that, bro. Like, again, what is wrong with this? Why are all my charts messed up for some reason? What the heck is this? For some reason, all my charts are messed up. But look at that. I think we spoke that previous week. Yeah, that was a buy point, man. Look at that shit. That's pretty good. Why did you sell 1.5, man? That was the part of our buy area. Classic. Yeah. Shit. Oh, you got a little bit scared there, man. Yeah, that was not a good sell. You basically almost sold the bottom. Yeah, I feel you, bro. But such thing happens. This is why you need to, when it comes to trading, gotta find to control those emotions. And right now, $2, no go, man. You already tested it, Oops, you already tested it right here, So right now, this was tested, this was tested, this was tested. I don't see an entry point on audio anymore. That's a shame one. Possibly what you could do, it breaks out and then do another retest on this green area. Then you could buy that one, be in the middle to the left side. That's the only thing you possibly do. But then you're already buying almost to our first profit take, right? So you're not gonna get a lot of the percentages here. 20%, and it could reject here, right? And up there it's like 70. So yeah, its only salvation would be if it goes all the way to up there. But yeah, sad that you sold that one actually, not the best, but oh boy, shit happens, bro. Shit happens. Yeah, we all make mistakes. You see that I make mistakes as well. But you gotta learn from this, So next time, do not use such a high margin. Let's just say it like that, right? So this is why, I've said this plenty of times on stream. I personally don't try to not use margin at all. Have you seen what happened to a lot of these coins? Have you not seen this 90 or 70 drops candles like this? Something crazy like, what was that coin that dropped so crazy? A lot of the coins had that one single candle that was printed and just went super low and then super back up, right? And that will always liquidate you. Binance will not return your money. Binance will not return. And if you buy those coins with margin, you're gonna get liquidated, because even if you have a stop loss here, it's gonna get skipped and it's gonna be right here. It's gonna liquidate you, and then it's gonna jump right back at the original price. So I'm gonna say it again, classic, try to avoid margin on these coins, right? Try to really avoid it. So yeah. And in this case, because of margin, you actually sold the bottom, right? Which I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't for, close call. Yeah. So what else do we have? Please can check Mana and Engine. Yes, Mana USDT. Bam. Wow, look at that fill. Perfecto, my boy. Oh, that was actually one day after our stream. Good shit, good shit. Mana, that was a perfect fill on Mana. So yeah, right now we fill the Mana. We are on profit target already, boys and girls. Yeah, sell it. Ship it. Take the profit taker right now. Yeah, got to scale. Yes, lesson. Hey, it's not about lesson, man. It's about protecting the capital, right? I'm not trying to be smart ass here or anything. I'm just trying to protect you from any of these situations happen in the future when it comes to like 1 week, because 1 week could literally ruin you. 1 week, man. All it takes is that 1 week and it could literally liquidate your entire portfolio. That's why I absolutely hate Binance, and they do not refund. That's the nastiest thing I've seen. If I could just remember which, I think was Ren. Yeah. Okay, this was it. How many people got wrecked here? How many people got liquidated here? And from my recollection, they didn't refund people. And look at this. This is the nastiest thing. And this is not a sole thing. This has happened on so many coins, so many altcoins on Binance. when bots went crazy or whatever. I don't know what actually happens when a candle like this is made. But the problem is they will not refund you, and you're most likely going to have be wrecked, and you're going to lose all of your portfolio. That's going to be based on Binance if you're obviously using Cross, which in the most cases you guys are using Cross. So it would be pretty bad. So yeah, mana right now, guys, take the profits. Mana right now, take the profits. So yeah, and it can go a little bit higher, so take the profits again here. But if you bought in on that green area, good job. Engine USDT, wait, oh yeah, what the heck? Okay, so we got a steep drop here. Bam, was hit a little bit. Oh, again I was greedy. Look at that, 5 cents. You serious? Again I was greedy, and then boom, dropped in on need. And see, this is what I'm saying, you see, classic, because I wasn't prepared. I missed a perfectly good buy. And this is what I was preparing myself on dot, not being prepared just costed me a cool 50%. And that would be right now, again, a profit take right now. Same as mana, profit take right now. And then trying to scale it for this one. And then see if it goes above this again, we could actually be seeing more bull run on engine. But right now, as I've seen right this, losing this is not a bullish sign. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be rejecting in one of those two areas and probably going a little bit lower, test again, maybe somewhere in the midst of $2. But yeah, you see, I wasn't preparing this, a cool 50% pump out the window. Just like that, bam. And that's why you gotta be anticipating this stuff and preparing yourself for the future. That's exactly what I was trying to say there our conversation when we had one for dot. Neo mainnet 3.0 is different. Neo 3.0 will have a DeFi capabilities. A lot of projects will jump. Yeah, I'm not saying that at all, Madulas, but I'm not gonna be holding a token if the chart is against the token, and because I'm expecting new news. 1 month in crypto. So we essentially, what we are talking about here is 2 months. Let's just say Neo doesn't move their mainnet, because I know they postponed it once already. So let's just say Neo doesn't move its mainnet and it happens somewhere in June. We're talking about month and a half. You know what a month and a half does in crypto? I mean, you could literally have 100% pump, or you can have 100% dump in a month and a half. Well, not 100% dump, but 50% drop in a month and a half. So you could literally be seeing Neo back at $30, and then it would pump to like 40 or 50 bucks, which doesn't make any sense, man. Then you're right back at your entry. Why not just sell the top if the chart is against it and try to get close to a bottom back in, right? Close to the news. So yeah, month and a half, man, really long time. And in crypto, especially in crypto, that's like a year time. In real markets, probably even more than a year's time. So I'm not gonna willing to take that kind of a risk if the chart is gonna go against them, right? If the chart is gonna go against them, I'm gonna have to exit it with my stop loss and play it safe. Definitely not gonna go for that. I've done this in the past, what you're saying right now, and it rarely played good for me. It rarely played. Usually when I went against the chart, because I was waiting for news, even if the news were 2 weeks away, I mostly got wrecked. I know that from personal experience. So this time around with 3.0 Neo, I'm not going to do it. I just don't give a shit. I'm going to be like, if they got news dropping on 17th of June or whatever, I'm going to be like, okay, cool. I'm going to be watching you, Neo, but if the chart doesn't turn around, I'm not jumping in. Like, you're not going to get me in, right? Okay, guys. Okay, so the stream has been going on for like an hour. Let's wrap it up here. I think we had a pretty good one. A lot of good positions, fine. Probably I'm gonna do some videos this week again, because I'm seeing right now from these charts a little bit of opportunities. Probably not from the charts that we were just observing, but I'm gonna be looking at a little bit of opportunities, right? And then next week, when we see what's actually gonna happen in Bitcoin, if the Bitcoin, let's just say, starts rejecting 59k with my short, I'm gonna start focusing a lot more on those long-term videos. But we are looking at videos, aka like dot and all of those. I'm gonna be posting up a lot more long-term areas, something that we can prepare in advance, set up alarms, whatever, right? So that we don't get missed like we get on engine. That was complete miss by my mistake. Wasn't ready for this one at all, and actually happened 1 day after stream or something. So yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. I guess we will be seeing each other next one on the 4th of May. 4th of May, yep. Same time, 3 p.m. UTC. So yeah.
Same place.
Same place.
Take care of you guys.
Take care, guys. Yep. See ya.
See you.